I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan Kane. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kane. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Cain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Cain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Cain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then, but consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Cain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Cain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Cain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Cain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered. uncovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Cain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me. From the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver? As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Cain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Cain. I had not thought such a thing was possible. Until, of course, Cain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long-dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Cain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Cain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Cain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Cain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Cain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me. So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villages below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy? Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here, and then so cruelly profaned by Cain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Cain and destroy him.
Szia, drága, na mi a helyzet? Már buszon vagy? Tácipát. Fura. Jaj,
Emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Cain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Cain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless.
Na, most lesz a jó. Most... Ja, most indul a busz, na, az jó, jó, jó. Akkor majd kiugrok. Addig játsszuk egy picit. Azt mondja... 7-kor meg lesz Xbox event. De remélem most jó a hang. Na, szuper, oké. Na, ja, most meg vissza kell ide nyomni, azaz.
Of the profound cost, the sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay
Jó,
to the
gondolom.
west.
Te tudod.
If Cain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Jó, mondjuk igaz, most nincs olyan eszeveszett késő, mert ugye még sötét sincs. Azt mondja... De 7-kor amúgy is abba hagynám, úgyhogy... Hát majd szólsz esetleg, hogyha... Olyan... Aha! Ja, rendben, kicsim. Azt mondja... Most csak tudnám, hova kell menni. Most lenyomva. Aha. Nem biztos, hogy ide, de...
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon.
Ja, nem csodálom, mert tényleg jó idő van, meg hát... Kicsit beborult néha, sütött a nap, össze-vissza, nem mindig ugyanúgy. De... Az biztos, hogy ilyen nagyon füllett idő van. Meg hát úgy a buszon, meg pláne. Na, ezzel mit kell csinálni? Ja! Ó, értem. Meg durva, hogy először azt hittem, hogy valami nem jó, vagy elromlott a Várj, itt be lehet úszni. Valami baj van a sütővel, mert nem akart leállni, hallott, mikor 1 óra után. Az közben kiderült, hogy csak így hűti magát, hogy mi van többen. Csak nagyon sokáig, ugye. Azt hiszem, ja, itt kell. Ja, hogy így lehet körbenézni. Nem is tud a belszínen úszni, vagy mi van? Jézusom. Igen, durva. Hát jó, csak ugye úgy voltam vele, hogy mondom, hát ez soha büdös életben nem fog leállni.
These ancient
És
obelisks
küldte
were
neki a meleget.
mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul.
Milyen
And thus
durva,
create a milestone
ki
to
kellett
which I
nyitnom
could
az ablakot,
return
hogy
when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
kihűljön. De megnéztem, jó pofa, kényes, igaz, azaz, picsa. De mit akarok mondani? Ó, ez a mentés, aha. Ja, ez olyan kapu, mint az első részben valószínű. Ja, nem csak menteni lehet. És ezért kiderült, hogy hát lehet olyat, hogy beidőzíteni azt, hogy meddig menjen, és akkor csipog, ugyanúgy ugye, mint a maga főzőlap, és meg olyan van, hogy oké, hogy azt beállítani, hogy mikor induljon el, és mennyit menjen. Valami, ott is lehet valamit. De azt még itt tisztára nem próbáltam.
The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Ilyen új szaga volt, és direkt ezért kellett megcsinálni, de ennyi igazából, de kiszellőzött most már elvileg semmi, nem, meg én se éreztem, mert jött a meleg levegő, de nem éreztem ezt az új szagot belülre, úgyhogy most jó, hogy gondolom azért kellett ez, 1 órán keresztül ment 250 fokon, hogy a kajának ne legyen ilyen illata. Egy pillanat, mindjárt jövök. Na, visszatértem. Na, itt vagyok, visszatértem. Ja, igen, hát a kaja miatt gondolom, ugye? Azért ott nem mindegy. Basszus. Pedig ezt írta. Úgyhogy... Miért nem tudsz menni a víz tetején? Úgyhogy ja, ezt meg kellett úgy csinálni. Istenem! Mi a szó? Érisd meg a sikláshoz. Ja. Te jó Isten. Azaz. Kár, hogy nem tudom felszedni valamiért. Ciao Liffy, hello hello. Hát úgy lesz folytatás, hogy ezek remasterek, ugye van ez a második rész, és akkor valóban kijött egy a remaster úgymond a harmadik részről, amiben Kane-nel kell menni, ha jól emlékszem. Azon kívül nem tudom, hogy más részei van ennek, mert én erre a 3-ra emlékszem most így hirtelen. A harcrendszer az nem az erőssége. Fura a harc vele. De ha még belokkolnánk... Mondjuk így a sztori miatt egyszer végigjátszom, de így a maga a fight része az nem olyan. Azért nem az igazi. Az első részben mint egy picit nem lenne ennyire gyenge. Hoppa, hollók. Azt hittem van ott valami. Ja. Ennyi. Mondjuk ilyen fegyvereldobás, vagy ilyesmi. A régi részben volt. Ó, várjál. Aha. Oké, ezt is tudjuk. Letenni tudja, de megdobni vele az ellenfelet már nem. Oké. Hát nem tudom. Miért akarjuk úgy nézni, hogy streamben? Nem tudom. Hát hogyha szeretnéd, akkor streamelhetem. Hogyha így akarjuk nézni, csak... De nem feltétlen akartam már, mint hogy így simán csak megnézem azt is. Eredetileg. Ja, nem mondtuk csak. Egy-másfél órás max, annál több nem hiszem. Hát, hogyha szeretnéd, akkor lehet.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kane's derelict empire. They seem to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Oh. Ja, mehet, majd előtte egy picivel 5-10 perccel leállítom a streamet, és akkor úgy, de mondjuk hát ja, ilyen 3-4-50 körül akkor leállítom, mert ugye 7-kor kezdődik, de mit akarok mondani? Ne, hát ez nem olyan, mint a State of Play, ami ilyen néha ilyen 20 perc, vagy fél óra. Ez egy rendes, ugye, hát lesznek jó cuccok szerintem, mert a Gears of War már eleve itt fog majd mutatkozni. Azt már tudjuk. Meg hogy azon kívül mi lesz, azt nem tudom. Ez a felütés hatásos. Csáfocam. Most ez kinyílt, vagy nem? Ja nem, de hülyevek, ott van. Ja, tartsam nyomva, ja. Ja, rendben, akkor na, csap ki a fortit. Aztán...
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine,
Közben látjuk az eventet is.
and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
Ó, ott van Kane. Kain.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kane.
Igen, most hál' Isten előbb haza ér, úgyhogy...
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kane. I have pursued
Majd ezután elmentem, aztán...
You will pay for your betrayal. And
vagy legalábbis remélem el lehet mondani.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kane? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
Ciao Milan, hello.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kane. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen.
Oh.
This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the balanced
7-kor kezdődik az event, hogyha arra gondolsz.
Overthrowing the pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. I've already seen how she comes to haunt these pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still.
Hát igen, 44 van, hogy negyed óra mire kezdődik.
As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
Hát Fec, az nem biztos, hogy olyan pikpak lesz, hát ennie is kell meg minden, hát majd eldönti ő, hogy hogyan.
The moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the guardian Nupraptor, finds her corpse.
Megpakolás, meg minden.
Tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nupraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Ciao Attila, szia. Jól emlékszem, Attila a keresztneved, ugye? Bátki. Ja, rendben, akkor jól emlékszem. Jó, csak azért mondom Attilát, mert ugye nem tudom, hogy ugye a Twitch neveden így könnyebb, na. Ha lehet így, hogyha így hívnak. Ha nem gond, azt mondja... Köszi előre is. Még 50 év is fiatalság.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kane? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we?
Ez a második rész, és akkor majd még a harmadikat utána végigjátszom. Mert az első részt azt hónapokkal ezelőtt fejeztem be, csak ott volt egy kis szünet. A bosszú. Azt mondja, közben olvasok. Ja, most nem volt sok.
Hate me, but do it honest.
A shopba, hát van egy-két érdekes
30
dolog.
years hence, I am presented with a dilemma.
De Crash
Let's call it a two-sided
még nem jött, sajnos.
If the
Meg
coin
Spyro sem.
falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse.
Oh.
Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me.
Van jó show. Ja, hát igen, oda most aztán kell fizetés, mert brutál drága minden.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel.
Fura, igen, fura, de legalább azért, hogy mondjam, fejbe az ember így kijavítja, hogyha ragozási hibák vannak, meg ilyesmi.
A monumental secret hidden in your very presence here.
Nem
It's
tökéletes,
a
ugye?
secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kane.
Ja, hogy félrefordítottam, olyan is van, mert ezeket ugye nem idő meg energia ráfordításával se tudják, annyit fordítanak ilyen, hogy ezt ugye nem lehet átnézni, ez max úgy, hogyha te mondasz egy hibát, akkor azt úgy lehet, hogy kijavítják, vagy mit tudom én.
Suppose one day
Én egy-két fordítást régen csináltam már Real Engine alá, de ezzel az AI-jal értelemszerűen, vagy hát úgy, hogy én utána manuálisan átnéztem azt ilyen kisebb játékokhoz, de nem mindegyiket tudnám javítani, mert ugye nincsen meg a tool hozzá, vagy hát nem mindegyikhez van meg, de most, hogy nagyon érdekelne, akkor bele tudnék nyúlni, és akkor kijavítani, de hát... Igen, ezeket a kontextusokat, meg ilyesmit, ezt nem érti az AI ilyenkor, úgyhogy értelemszerűen ott csak sorokat lát, meg ilyesmi. Csákobi, hello. Na, Jucus, ennyire fogsz nézni, vagy mi történik majd a store-ban, vagy mi a shop-ban? Na, a Battlefield 5-öztél? Kovi, na azt látom. Akkor gondolom, ja, multi. Vagy várjál, az 5-nek van sztori része amúgy? Én mindig figyelem a Fortit, de hát nem történik semmi, az a baj.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand, why I had so willingly allowed Kane to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kane after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself
Ha tudom, itt elmentem, és akkor majd nézem
I had been too cruelly used to so
az Xbox
play his pawn.
izét,
But if this world truly had secrets to
akkor
divulge,
legközelebb
I
folytatom,
was
ha el
determined
tudom
to
menteni.
expose them.
Ja, itt izéni kell mászni, gondolom. Nem? Nem. Várjál csak. Ó, aha. Ez az, amikor ugye a más... izé van. Excuse me. Hát ja, most így nagyon sok idő nem volt ezt így játszani, de majd apránként. Meg ugye ma azt a két demót még megnéztem. Az oké, és akkor hoppá, konyak is. Ja. Több nem kell. Vagy lehet, hogy már át kéne változnom, vagy végig kell itt menni és utána. Ja, itt, aha, itt lehet.
From the moment of my
sokkal.
arrival, the constant and palpable sensation of being
most jön haza, igen,
someone
jutos a
seemed was keenly interested in my presence here.
busszal. Na, gondolom erre kell menni.
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries.
Évszázadok óta.
I began to realize it was no mere
Az a baj, hogy
coincidence
ebben a
that I
játékban
found
ugye
myself
nincsen ilyen...
standing here.
Ja, nincsen ilyen instant
Beneath this
mentés.
winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
Ja, igen, vannak fura.
And so it was
Fura
with a sense of
dolgok
gravity
a
and
fordításban. De
trepidation
hát
that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed
fejbe helyre
the
rakjuk.
threshold.
Ja, hogy arra fele jártál? Pécs fele, vagy mi? Jaj, várjál, Jakobi, te nem tudod. Jutus az Pécsen dolgozik. Mármint, hogy várjál, te Pesten mondod, vagy... Ó, fasz. Ezeket kár megölnem volt. Jaj, igen, igen, igen. Ja, értem, mert most így furcsáltam, mondom, hogy errefele jártál, mondom, hogy...
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the
Ja,
pillars were
igaz,
erected,
igaz, ja,
I
jogos.
knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race.
Na, ott viszont van egy
their
mentési pont,
features
ott el
so
tudom
like my
menteni.
own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars,
Gondolom, Kobi,
raised by this
te
winged
is
race,
gyűjtöttél össze
who thus
az
defeated
eventekről
their
pár
adversaries.
játékot, amit majd fogsz játszani.
The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered.
Azért egy-kettő jó lesz ott.
Inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Cain had urged me to discover?
Igen, 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 nyomták rendesen, meg ugye csupa ilyen, mondjuk úgy, hogy minőségi játék. Kicsit úgy a Resident Evil-nél ez a... nekem fura ez a... hogy megint FPS nézetből kell irányítani, de remélem úgy lesz, mint a 9-ben, meg a rég visszamenőleg a 7-8-ban, hogy megcsinálják a rendes nézetet is. Mármint a... nem rendes, hanem a külső nézetet.
No doubt you have
Lehet
a
majd választani.
conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here
Itt
and
sokkal
everywhere,
több
now
átvezető
and
van, mint az első
always.
részben, érdekes.
I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you.
Hoppá.
Yet I'm guessing you still need.
Igen, igen, én is vártam, csak
This is unworthy of you, Raziel.
ezt most nem tudom eldönteni, mert ez
Do not
nem,
forget that you have a task to fulfill here.
nekem nem remake-nek
You
tűnik,
are
mert annyira
indebted to me.
semmi nem ismerős, se a,
Indebted. You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask
se a
to be
pálya,
bestowed.
se a karakterek,
Do
se
you
a
forget that you
semmi,
forced me to
úgyhogy
inhabit this vile
lehet, hogy ez
palace?
csak
I restored you to your
pont egy olyan rész, ami ki van egészítve, de én inkább élek a gyanúval, hogy ez nem az a Veronika, hanem ez csak egy ilyen reboot inkább. Nem remake, tudod, hanem itt újra van gondolva, hogy szerintem teljesen más helyszínen játszódik.
self, Raziel.
És Max
It
csak...
was Cain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp.
hogy szerintem csak érinteni fogja azokat a helyszíneket, ami az eredetiben volt. Én nekem ez a
No
gyanú.
one. Not you, not Cain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware.
Azt mondja... Figyelj, a PS2, hát olyan volt, mint az eredeti Resident Evil-ök, úgyhogy az igazából az a rendes, az eredeti. Igen, csak oké, hogy hozzáraktak sztorit, és lehet, hogy így indul, hogy nem onnan indul, ahol hogy úgymond csináltak neki egy ilyen prológot, és valahogy oda fog eljutni, ahol a másik, az eredeti játék kezdődik. De nem tudom, majd kiderül. De meglátjuk.
The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is
Az Outbreak-et is újra kell játszanom a Requiem miatt. Miért az Outbreak-nek köze van a Requiemhez? Ezt nem tudtam így. Hát az Outbreak az...
the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls.
Az ugye, abból volt file 1-2, az egy ilyen fura játék volt régen. Ja, hogy úgy, az lehet. Na, ezt nem tudtam. Hát ott rengeteg karakter, 8 karakter volt.
Cain destroyed you without a flicker of
Amúgy ez pedig az ő halálának az ügyét nyomozza. Ja, értem, mert az eredeti, vagy az Outbreak-ben nekem annyira nehéz volt akkoriban, hogy én végig se vittem, pedig szerettem volna, mert nagyon jól nézett ki, meg minden.
Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Hát csak az a baj, hogy az Outbreak az csak PS2-n van, ugye? Emulátorral lehet játszani szerintem, csak nekem lehet, hogy mai fejjel már simán így végig lehetne játszani, de nekem nagyon nehéznek tűnt akkor is. Az első részben abba hagytam valahol a 10-15%-nál. Na, ez pont 7 óra kereken, akkor értem el a mentéshez. Most elköszönök, mert ugye van az event, azt megnézem, és akkor majd elvileg akkor Jucus visszaugrik a Fortnite-tal később. Aztán én majd valamelyik nap folytatom ezeket így egy párat most előre felkészítettem itt a gépen, egy pár ilyen sztori játékot, amit gyűjtek az elmúlt hónapban, aztán próbálom lefaragni őket. Ja, köszönöm nektek is, és köszönöm, meg hogy benéztetek, meg minden, köszönöm szépen. Úgyhogy, hát majd biztos összefutunk még, mert hogyha úgy lesz... úgy lesz időm, vagy mit tudom én, akkor persze leszek majd így hébe-hóba, meg hát több játékot így végig akarok vinni idővel. Úgyhogy, ja, akkor köszönöm is nektek is jó event nézést, illetve minden is reméljük a Gears of War jó lesz az eventen. Mármint, hogy minden. Hát szépnek szép lesz, az egy dolog, csak hogy a sztori meg minden szempontból is. Na, akkor köszönöm szépen egyszer, sziasztok, hello, hello.
Where'd you lot come from?
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass. But we need to make ourselves scarce. These fuckers keep pouring in every few minutes.
More trappers, watch it!
Right on schedule. You guys scared?
Yeah, who are you?
Private Marco, what's the matter?
Where's your squad?
Beasties took out one squadron a couple of hours ago. We went to protecting some survivors nearby. I was about to get back when I got cornered in here.
Hey, Tamara! These things been coming in waves?
Ah, what's the problem till I ran out of ammo? I'm not just standing there. I got friends inside.
Reloading!
Anyone see him?
Contact front!
There's no end to these freaks!
Pick him off!
On your right, I got it!
Jams! Damn it! Tom!
I'm almost out! Fall back!
Our roads converge again. Marcus Phoenix.
Welcome to the Xbox Game Showcase. For the past 25 years, Xbox has delivered some of the greatest games of all time.